And Sri Shekhar Reddy Garu, National Vice Chairman of CIS, Indian Green Building Council, and Secretary General of HCSC. Dr. Lavanya, NJP, DCP, Women's Safety Wing and Convener of the Women's Forum, and Ms. Naina Jaiswal, Child Prodigy, National Table Tennis Champion, and now an inspiration to an entire generation. Srimati Geeta Goti, Joint Secretary, Women's Forum, HCSC, and other important dignitaries and the participants from various walks of life. My humble namaskar to each one of you and to everyone here who believes that a safe, equal and empowered society is not a dream, but a destination we must all walk towards together. Stree Summit, it is more for empowerment of women of this country. We can't just afford to forget March 8th, which is a Women's International Day, and also April 14th, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar's birthday, who was given enormous rights to women, Indian women, through Hindu Code Bill. Women empowerment, particularly in India, at times we all think that, why the contradictory kind of a thing in this country. One side we pray women as a goddess, a Shakti. Other side we try to control women and try to, monitor, dictate, what not, everything. I think in India, the most suppressed and oppressed is Indian women only. Till we got the, the constitution and the rights to equal rights to the Indian women. That is where I just wanted to remind the entire Indian women about the Hindu Code Bill. That's where the real empowerment has started for the Indian women. Like equal inheritance rights, sons and daughters. Till then there is no inheritance right. And prohibition of polygamy. Diverse rights for women and legalizing of widow marriages. These are the most important things in the life of women, which they got the as a right after the Hindu Code Bill, which has been passed on various names in the Indian Parliament. So that's the reason we just can't afford to forget March 8th of International Women's Day, and also the person who was drafted and who fought for the rights of the Indian women by way of getting the Hindu Code Bill, that is Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, April 14th. And today, after celebrating Baba Saheb Ambedkar's birthday yesterday, April 14th, today we are organizing on April 15th on the name of Stree Summit. So we, who believes in toto the Constitution, we wanted to real empowerment to the women of this country. More so particularly in Telangana, in the Indira Rajam, People's Government, we strongly believe empowering the women of the state. Not only socially and politically, even economically also. The moment we came to power, we kept a target of empowering the Telangana women by organizing through the self-help groups, giving them or making the banks to lend the money to them with an interest-free loans to the tune of not less than 20,000 crores per annum. Fortunately, the target, generally, the target reaching is very difficult, but fortunately, we have crossed even the target of 20,000 crores and even surpassed more than 21,000 crores of interest-free loan to the Telangana women for the self-help groups for their economic empowerment of doing their business on the name of self-employment. Not only just by giving them the money, but we also created a market for them to do their business and make money out of which. Like when we thought of going for serious after renewable energy, new policy, energy policy, where we are thinking of getting a new green power, we thought let us involve the Telangana women also in the process of getting green energy. So in the beginning, the energy department and the women department and other departments put together, we got into an MOU of nearing about 1,000 megawatts of power generating has been given to the self-help groups, particularly to the women members only. So that today the Telangana women is getting into the solar power generating has been given to the self-help groups, particularly to the women members only. So that today the Telangana women is getting into the solar power manufacturing industries. This is first of its kind. Nowhere in the country, no state is implementing this. This is first of its kind in Telangana. It's only a beginning. Once they become successful in the sense, we are making them to start the business, we are making the bankers to give the money, and we are making the government to buy the power also. So there is no problem even for them, after generating power, making money by selling it, and we are giving them buyback guarantee also. So it is an assurance for them once we establish a solar power that the government is readily willing to buy that power. With an MOU, we are encouraging the women. Once they become successful in this, we want to expand even more than 1,000 megawatts. Apart from that, the first of its kind, I think nowhere in the country, we have brought out a scheme of free bus ride for Telangana women. They can travel from anywhere to anywhere without a ticket, and without buying a ticket. With this, we made the Telangana women to go around the state wherever they want to go. The kind of a mobility, a freedom for them to go around the state, the temples, market, hospitals, hostels, children's schools, wherever they want to go, they can go without having and thinking of money to buy the ticket. So this free bus ride has become a very, very successful for Telangana women. After going around, they are getting exposed to many of industrial parks and business, trade centers, educational institutions by which they are also trying to understand the society through which they wanted to start the business also. So it's one of its kind where we have started this. Apart from this, we also gone to the extent of buying buses and giving it to Telangana women. They are becoming owners of the buses now, and after buying the buses, we are getting a tie-up with a RTC. So we are trying to give them the money through the banks interest-free loan. They are buying the buses, giving the RTC is paying them the money. So the business also gets trying to provide to the maximum extent. And also we are trying to give them these Shakti, Indira Shakti canteens. Where are the government institutions are there, collectorates are there, all sectors, anywhere, wherever the government properties are there, all those areas we are giving to the women of Telangana so that they can do some business, make money, and they can economic independence so that they can think, live on their own and generate and with a secured kind of a thinking that they can lead their life. This is what we are trying to do in the state. And finally our target is to make not less than 1 crore of women of the state to make them the crorepati's. Minimum of 1 crore. So these are the schemes what we have been thinking. So the empowerment comes not only bringing out the laws and also by implementing the laws also, acts also. We have been seeing a number of acts which have been enacted in the parliament and the respective legislative houses, like, prohibition of dowry, child marriages, many kind of these things, but still things are continuing. Until unless the whole society thinks about it and reforms themselves, convince themselves to implement these acts, the acts also cannot be get fructified and yields the results. That is where these kind of summits will definitely help to convince the people where all the things are going wrong, where all the governments are trying to reform them by bringing the acts. We also have to think about them and implement them and to see to that they are fully implemented and the woman becomes empowered. So I really appreciate the organizers for organizing these kind of summits and making the people to understand what all the government are trying to do best to the women to become an independent economically, socially, and even I think the then governments like the then Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi and other chief ministers also brought some acts to providing a reservation for women in the local bodies so that they can participate, like 33% reservation in the local body elections. So these kinds of things, make the women to take part in the elections, administration and governance, apart from economic empowerment. So now the state of Telangana is fully committed for the empowerment of the women of the state, and we hope with the help of people like you who are all seriously committed for empowering the Indian women, more so particularly Telangana women, will definitely achieve our dreams and target of making 1 crore women of crorepati's and living them on their own feet and lead their life independently. I thank you very much for giving me this opportunity of sharing things with you all, and I wish you all the best. And I would like to convey my Chief Minister, Sri Revanth Reddy Garu, who has personally asked me to convey the message to you all that this government is fully committed and will stand for the empowerment of the women of this state of Telangana. Come what may, any hurdles, we will stand for our commitment and goals to reach. Thank you.